we're just about on our last step for the shorts. We need to put the hem in the bottom of the legs, and it's very similar to the casing. In fact, I consider it almost easier because we do not have to stop and leave an opening to insert our elastic. We're able to just go ahead and press and stitch all the way around on this. It's very similar to the 1/2 inch double folded hem that you practiced in your week 1 samples, but in this case the instructions tell us to do a 1/4 inch of a fold up to begin with and then a full inch. So the total take up on the hem allowance is 1 1/4 inches. So we can begin by going ahead and pressing that first 1/4 of an inch up. I find that it's nice to get a very crisp edge here, and then my next fold as well before I go to the sewing machine, because it makes, I think, the whole job easier. The only thing is, this is a step we have the luxury of completing if we are sewing a single garment, or if we're a home sewer or a sample sewer perhaps. But if we were in a factory setting, you would not actually press ahead of time. You would have to know how to fold and firmly hold your fabric in a 1/4 inch and then the 1 inch marks. But when somebody does that repeated step over and over and over again for mass production, they become very good at what's called eyeballing that distance, as well as controlling the fabric for it. If you get a little stagger right here at the end of your seams, if it's less than basically the seam allowance, then you're pretty safe to go ahead and trim a little bit of it off. That's one reason why whenever I sew, I always start at the top of my garment, whether it be the top of the neck, shoulders, armholes, whatever, sew down towards the hem. In our case, these are shorts. It would be starting at the top waistband and sewing down. That way, any discrepancy is further down from the eye level and can be trimmed, and at this point, when pressed and turned up and hemmed, no one would be the wiser that one may have stretched out, or maybe you cut it a little bit longer. You wouldn't notice that right away. If that stagger between one side and the other was more than a seam allowance, then I would go back and be checking any of your cutting or layout markings and things. That would tell me something drastically is not right. Alright, my next fold here for my hem is 1 full inch. I can use my graphing ruler or my seam guide, whatever I've got handy. In that case, it was my graphing ruler. And I would go ahead and press this all the way around. You don't need to watch the video for me to press that all the way around. I think you got the general idea. Again, if you need to, though, as you go, go ahead and check your measurement prior to pressing, because then if you've set a crease here, you want to make sure it's the correct spot. If you need to, you can go ahead and pin your edge. But when you are all done pressing, you would be able to go over to the sewing machine and you stitch very close to your inside folded edge all the way around the leg opening. I like to always start and stop on the inside seam, or the inseam between the legs. That way, if there's any of the bulk built up, it's always in between the legs. No one's ever really going to see that. And then there is your finished hem. If you want, you can do a double stitch 1/4 of an inch away. Just line this stitching line up next to your presser foot. I would put that through the thicknesses here, but a double stitch kind of gives something a little bit more of a casual edge. And that is your hem.